everything's moving correctly. Uh, Point constraint, point constraint on the shoulder, and let's keep going. Uh, I guess I'll show you inverse kinematics on the hand first, on the arm. From the first to the hand, and you can move it. Okay, locator, move it up, onto the elbow, go into my side views, try to get it precisely where I want it. A little bit farther so that I don't have to deal with certain problems with the pull vector. Select the IK handle for the arm. We'll select the locator first and then the handle. And then constrain pull vector. Now, this is one of the problems with the arms, and in that there isn't an easy way with these models to get a straight pull constraint vector. In that, as you see, when I did a when I did a pull vector constraint on the handle, the uh, the the arm twisted very, very slightly. I mean, in most cases, this may not be a problem. But for certain cases, even if you do get it like very precisely, so that it doesn't rotate that much, uh, using this to animate um, animations of the arm can be potentially difficult. For example, you want to be able to bend um, the arm uh, in a way such that you get some traditional overlap. And I want to move the pull vector to basically break the arm to give some more flexibility to the animation. But as you can see, if I go too far, it will simply end up twisting the arm in a way that I don't want. Whereas if I had forward kinematics, where the bone here was controlled um, by just a straight up hierarchy, I could do some tricks to make animations seem more supple. This is called breaking the joint in many animation books, which adds a lot of flexibility to your animations. You lose this if you use inverse kinematics. So I would really recommend you think about um, how you want to animate and look up some animation books to see uh, what animations you would want to use for this kind of rig. You may think that doing something like this is kind of impossible, but when you animate, this really won't look any in motion. This will actually look very good. Um, if you haven't read or looked at Richard Williams' Animator's Survival Kit, I strongly suggest you look at um, find and look and read the book just to get an understanding of how to make animations look good and how you can translate it into 3D. Because Knowing how to animate, uh, or at least knowing what can be done in animation, will really help you decide what decisions to make when creating a rig. Uh, so in this case, let's say we want to have stiff animation. I'm just going to create an IK handle from the um, yeah, I'm just going to create a IK handle from the arm to the hand, just to make it easier. Actually, I'm gonna show you the other way, where you're just gonna use more circles or controls and rotate it, freeze transformations, and just do an orient constraint. Elbow, drag into your layout node, and then simply constrain it to the elbow using an orient constraint. And then, yeah, just make sure everything else is working. You would want another uh, in this case, you would want a control for the upper arm. Modify freeze transformations. Uh, Select the arm and constrain orient. And here we go. You can leave like this. Just make sure you parent to you want to do a point constraint from the hip to the shoulder, and like so. So that still moves, hip goes down, everything moves with it. And so you have this really nice um, flexible way of rigging. At the moment, there should probably be a constraint on the bone to the circle. Uh, Actually, I'll just try that actually. So in this case, you want to select the bone first, and then the circle. And I'm just going to try a point constraint, see if it works. It kind of works. But basically, now you can bend the arm in any way you want, and that will look nice. Uh, Alternatively, if you want a straight up forward kinematics system, you can drag the elbow into you can drag the elbow down into the arm, and it will be a straight up, more or less straight up inverse kinematic uh, relationship. Yeah. Right. Well, you get the idea. Just have this is bothering me. I'm gonna fix it. Okay. Okay. Going to select. Just going to constrain all of these bones. Orient. Okay. And arm, elbow. Yeah. Okay. So this is just a straight up four kinematics movement relation, and you can just go down all the arm until you finish. And you can keep going down the arm. You can do, and as I said, you can do forward kinematics. You can do a straight up hierarchy for forward kinematics, or you can do a broken hierarchy, in that you only move like moving this doesn't move this, and you still have the power of orientation. However you wish. And I guess I have no idea how long that's been going. But I guess you guys get the idea, right? You want to just keep going until you have a fairly robust hierarchy where the rig is set up in such a way that it does everything you would ever wanted to do or needed to do. Um, if you have any other questions, you can post them on Leakcraft and I'll take a look at it. But otherwise, yeah, this is just a simple tutorial. I can go on to finish this, but I'm guessing this has already gone on quite long enough. Uh, but yeah, I only wanted to cover rigging, just so you can get an idea of how you would go about rigging a character and what obstacles you would uh, be challenged with. So, yeah. Any questions, post on Leecraft and yeah, I'll get to it or someone else will get to it as soon as possible. I hope you learned a little bit about rigging and a general workflow about how to rig a character. So thanks and happy rigging.